issue the local area emergency for the following counties or areas. Cook, Doppage, Illinois, at 9:20 a.m. on April 9th, 2023, effective until further notice. Message from IPOSCAP. This alert is being sent out in regards to multiple 911 calls about chocolate being contaminated with an unknown chemical that can pose a massive risk towards life. When a person eats chocolate, they proceed to show the following symptoms: nausea, vomiting, fever, high temperature, unusual behavior, and if not treated properly, death. It is unknown how this event randomly began to occur, but as a precaution, all residents within the counties of Cook and Doppage are advised to throw any chocolate away. Dispose the chocolate in a safe and proper manner. If you or anyone has eaten chocolate within the past 30 minutes, it is advised that you or them seek immediate help to prevent loss of life or experiencing harsh conditions. Continue monitoring local news and media for more information whenever it becomes available.
With crispy bacon and fluffy eggs and melty cheese. Whoa! Beast mode doesn't have to stop for breakfast. Give in to the new Bacon Beast breakfast menu at Carl's Jr. and Hardee's and feed your happy.
It's unanimous. Jackass just might save the world.
I'm feeling good about this one.
And we'll have you laughing again and again and again.
How was work today, honey?
Jackass Forever, rated R.
When you find the right Trojan condom for you, it will shake your world. For thin, natural feeling, Trojan Bearskin, get yours on.
Civil danger for some counties in Illinois. The following message is transmitted at the request of the Chicago Police Department. Residents in Cook County and nearby counties seek shelter immediately. At approximately 12:25 p.m. Central Daylight Time, it has been reported that anyone who previously ate chocolate has turned into a very hostile creature. These creatures, now known as killer bunnies, have the following characteristics: 10 feet tall, 2 bunny ears on top of their head, extreme strength and speed, shows no mercy towards any living organism, very sharp teeth, furry skin, very white eyes, and kills anyone by eating them alive. These creatures are spreading around the state of Illinois at a very high rate. Once anyone is bitten by these creatures, they will turn into one of these creatures within a matter of minutes. The only way to prevent this from happening is by committing suicide or killing the person who was bitten immediately. There have been lots of these killer bunnies reported around the state of Illinois. At this time, anyone within the counties of Cook, Doppage, Will, and Lake are advised to seek shelter immediately. Take the following supplies with you: food, water, clothing, medical supplies, a flashlight, toiletries, important documents, a first aid kit, and a battery-powered or hand-crank radio to last you for the duration of this emergency. It is also advised that you refrain from eating any chocolate. Eating chocolate will immediately turn you into one of these creatures. Evacuating is not safe, as you will encounter hordes of these dangerous creatures. Continue monitoring local news and media for more information on this dangerous and horrifying situation.
prepared for Christmas are back.
Holy macaroni!
They're kind of pissed off. Enjoy crapping your pants.
Let us embrace death.
Flash! Not the will!
Get ready for another dose of insanity and absurdity.
I thought this ship had a cake.
National Information Center Statement. The following message is transmitted at the request of the Federal Emergency Management Agency. Do not turn off your device at this time. Over the past several hours, the dangerous bunny-like creatures that were reported in some areas in Illinois have began spreading around the eastern and central United States at a very fast rate. These creatures have now been reported in the following states: Illinois, Indiana, Missouri, Iowa, Wisconsin, Michigan, Ohio, Kentucky, Arkansas, Tennessee, West Virginia, and Minnesota. These creatures have been causing massive and extensive damage to civilian life and property, as well as brutally killing anyone in their paths. In addition, when any living organism is bitten by these creatures, they turn into one of these creatures within 5 minutes. The only way you can prevent turning into the killer bunny-like creatures is by committing suicide. All residents of the states previously mentioned are advised to seek shelter immediately. Bring a set of supplies with you, such as food, water, clothing, medical supplies, a flashlight, important documents, toiletries, cell phones, phone chargers, and a battery-powered or hand-crank radio to last you for the duration of this emergency. It is also advised that you do not eat any type of chocolate, as you will immediately turn into one of these creatures, and you will pose a massive threat towards anyone around you. Evacuating is not a good option, as you will encounter hordes of these dangerous killer bunny-like creatures. There is a high chance that these creatures will continue spreading around the United States, and it is possible that these creatures will be reported all around the United States within a couple of hours. If this happens, you will be immediately notified via a National Emergency Action Notification Alert. Continue staying in your shelters, and continue monitoring media and news networks for more information on this crisis.
man.
What's wrong?
I bought my car from some guy online and it has a huge nick on it.
So he's wrong.
Yeah, we have detailed listings on thousands of cars, so we know exactly what you're getting.
Never deal with annoying surprises again.
That's not
Buy your car on title online or bring.com.
I'm making this Valentine's Day for everyone. Yeah, you of course. I love seeing.
Stand by. The President of the United States or his designated representative will be speaking over the emergency alert system shortly. Please stand by. Please stand by.
The following message has been given authorization for release to the public at the request of myself, the United States government, the President of the United States, and the Federal Emergency Management Agency. This is not a test. I repeat, this is not a test. At this time, it is advised that you pay attention to your screen. At approximately 1:20 a.m. Central Daylight Time, the killer bunny-like creatures that were seen in the eastern and central United States have spread around the entire mainland of the United States, as well as some areas in Canada and Mexico. These creatures have been brutally causing lots and lots of damage around the United States, and have been seen killing innocent civilians, and have also made civilians reanimate into killer bunny-like creatures. These creatures have been spreading around the United States at a very fast speed, and have literally spread around the entire United States mainland in a couple of hours. It has been realized that this event may turn global within a couple of hours due to the fast increasing amount of these brutal creatures, which would make human extinction a very likely outcome. In order to prevent this from happening, the President has authorized the launch of 10 nuclear missiles, which will impact the following American cities: Los Angeles, California, Dallas, Texas, Chicago, Illinois, Charlotte, North Carolina, New York City, New York, Salt Lake City, Utah, Minneapolis, Minnesota, Seattle, Washington, Boston, Massachusetts, and Cleveland, Ohio. These missiles are expected to impact their targets within the next 10 to 15 minutes. At this time, all residents of the United States are advised to carry out the following instructions. If you haven't already, seek a fallout or underground shelter immediately. Fallout will cover up the entirety, if not all, of the United States. Do not look directly at the nuclear blast, as it can cause permanent blindness. Bring a set of supplies with you, such as food, water, clothing, medical supplies, a flashlight, important documents, toiletries, cell phones, and a battery-powered or hand-crank radio to last you for the duration of this emergency. If you cannot seek a fallout shelter, it is strongly recommended that you find comfort in your final minutes alive, as the threat of fallout, the nuclear blast, and the threat of the killer bunnies would basically sum up a guaranteed death. Please remember to seek shelter as quiet as possible, as the threat of the killer bunny creatures still exists. My fellow Americans, we understand that nuking our own territory is such a cruel thing to do. However, please keep in mind that this was our only option left, as the creatures have been spreading around at a very fast speed, and could have spread around the entire world, which would most likely result in human extinction. Once the fallout clears out and these creatures perish, we will rebuild our country, and we will rise up stronger than ever as one nation, under God. From a representative of the President, thank you for listening to this message, and good luck to you all. Have faith in yourselves. God bless the glorious United States of America.
National Information Center statement. The following message is transmitted at the request of the United States government. The dangerous killer-bunny creatures that had been causing massive damage around the United States have successfully been killed. This was due to the nuclear missiles impacting the United States approximately 8 days ago. However, please keep in mind that the threat of nuclear fallout still exists. Everyone in the United States is advised to continue to remain in your shelters until an all clear is given. When the threat of fallout concludes, you will be notified via a National Emergency Action Termination Alert. Repeat, the killer bunny creatures have successfully been killed. Please continue to stay in your fallout shelters and keep monitoring local media and news networks for more information whenever it becomes available.
Currently 7:30 a.m. Central Daylight Time in Chicago, with winds up to 20 miles per hour and temperatures up to 56 degrees Fahrenheit, and fallout beginning to fade away from the
Emergency Action Termination Alert. All clear. I repeat, all clear. The following message is transmitted at the request of the United States government and the Federal Emergency Management Agency. Approximately a few hours ago, it was last seen that the fallout from the nuclear missiles that impacted their targets approximately 2 weeks ago has cleared out of the United States. Due to this, it has now been declared that the threat of fallout to the United States is concluded, and residents who currently reside in a fallout shelter are now allowed to exit their shelters. However, there is lots of damage around the United States due to the nuclear strikes, fallout, and the damage the dangerous killer bunny creatures did. If your shelter has been damaged, contact your local civil authorities, or the National Guard may be able to assist you. Construction has now begun in order to rebuild cities and areas that have been damaged due to the crisis. Repeat, the threat of nuclear fallout to the United States has ended, and residents are now able to leave their shelters. The United States and the Federal Emergency Management Agency thank you for your cooperation during this crisis. We will now switch back to regular programming.